which a lot of you guys know already what's going on with it, but basically it's just me talking about the transition, some updates at Charles Schwab. So now that I think of it, maybe you guys won't like it, but I think it's sort of funny, informative, and the like. Okay, so VCIG, I'm going to look at it at open. Trading Farmer, Instagram post has 0 likes. Okay, VCIG. I don't know. It's kind of already extended. Let's go 400 shares here. It's $40. So order execution's working. Right into a halt. That was quick. That was really quick. Sometimes you miss out on those trades when you have this broker. I do recall VCIG being a pretty runny stock. And party on the farm? Yeah, certainly. If you can get to the farm, yeah. Juan, do you have a passport? Are you able to get into America? I don't even have a passport now to think of it. Can't even leave the country. Well, I could go. Yeah, I could get a passport. Well, it's halted. This is not really doing anything. This is a maybe. I didn't even mean to put my sell button there. You see how I buy, then I instantly sold at the low there. Let's see. Just so boredom is the worst thing as a trader. I didn't mean to. My fat fingers. Right as I bought, it wouldn't have mattered because I would have taken a loss on anyways. So that was a waste of money. I don't like halt resumption trades. I find them to be too risky. But that's would be sort of the next possibly great trade on this. But what would suck is if it turns into a flush. So maybe since the market has been colder, I'm not gonna. I don't know. It was a pretty strong halt, so I'll give it that. Halt resump at 9:35:42. It's almost 9:36. So you can get to America. Okay. Yeah, members, we will be doing a Q&A after today's trading, hopefully, unless I like blow up my account or something. But uh, did it right after I lose on it. There goes. Yeah, I'm not too excited about the hard Zump. Can maybe take 900 shares. A lot of people do like them and they can be explosive. But yeah, maybe I take a dip trade on it. See how it resumes. I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna go down a little bit. Yeah, I'll go down to 1700. It's kind of a bad resumption. I had a good entry there and it showed like I had made 300 bucks. That's not a good resumption at all. No surprise. It's a little worrisome. Hold on. Wow. Slow exit. We're in total breakout mode. This could have been a really good trade. Halt's at 36. Guess I should have understood that. Is it gonna chase halt levels now? What's the high here? High is 691. Ah, come on. That was a really good pattern. I could have helped for that. Got 29 likes already. Appreciate it, guys. Killing it. This pattern ended up being really good. It's somebody that I could have wished I had with 9,000 shares. But you got to be a little hesitant because that resumption wasn't good. Market's been slow, but man, that was nice. So it definitely looks like we're going to be going to 690. Forgot to take the trash out, apparently. It's a big disaster. Because we had this green bottoming tail. It was red, and then buyers came in, and basically what happened was this candle right here was red, but then shot back green, you know. So it's like the red team was winning, and then all of a sudden they started to lose, and then the ball started to roll quickly. And so when the next candle started, no surprise, you break through the apex point and rip. So when I seen this bottoming tail here, I should have punched it and held for the rip. I was just a little hesitant with it because it is a little volatile, very sensitive stock. So, you know, it's still early on in the day, so it's still trying to decide, is this going to be a stock that sells off all day? Is this going to be a stock that, you know, keeps going higher all day? So the beginning of the day can be very volatile, where you'll have a big sell off like that, but then all of a sudden buyers come in and it rips, you know, back up. But usually when you get a drop this big, and that's really not a great sign. This thing is a runner, though. Boy, does she like to run. $37 likes already. Good deal, good deal. Okay, what's the resumption on this? 50 or 40 43, it looks like. 17. A little worried about this hall resump. Hall resumps are something where you could lose all your profit at one bet trade. So I don't know if I'll go down to 900 because I seriously just, we might get the breakthrough 691 right away. So that's going to be a sad event, but yeah, sometimes you can catch these drops here and let it rebound and then just take it right there. But in this case, this one really worked out well. And when it was right there, bobbing around and kind of holding, I'm like, oh shoot, don't tell me this is the one that's gonna go and rip straight up. And that's from 577 to what is about 80 cents almost. Not quite, but here it's gonna come here, guys. Resumption 36. I don't know where the resumption is gonna be. Sure enough. Yeah, the resumptions are not something you want to buy on this thing, apparently. And yeah, good thing it was 900 shares only. So not really a resumption trading stock. But we still have 691 on the table. It's kind of a weird pattern. Huh. Wow, I lost 300 bucks. About way too low, high. I chased a breakout. What a turn of events. It's not really holding very well up here. Like it looks like it might want to come down. I thought we might get a breakout to 691, which is why I bought kind of high. And then I got obliterated. Oh, wow. Only 400 bucks. Not happy about that. But it is. Hey, Daisy. Yeah, there's just too much selling pressure up here. Shouldn't have bought up there either. I got way out of rhythm on this one. It's actually quite surprising that I messed up this bad on it. Down to 300 bucks only. Wow. Okay, gotta take it like a man. Yesterday, great day. You know, just under 4,000 yesterday. So I know I cut the stream at 22, but HKD ended up ripping, so I got back on. It was a naughty. It was a naughty. Not gonna lie, but paid off. I don't know, man. Part of me wants to just take a dip here with 4,500 shares and hope for the best. VFS moving again. Wait for it. My thought is I need. I mean, it is kind of a W pattern here, but this. I keep it at 2,700 in case we get a breakout. Just don't want to be buying at resistance with this one. Look at that, Bill. Big seller. Got obliterated. Wow. Frustrating, to say at least. Just keep the composure. Keep your composure. It's easy to go backwards when you're in this position where you had profit and then you gave it back kind of in sloppy trades. The goal would be try to get the bull flag up. I don't think it's going to happen. All down is 566. Okay. Ah, there goes all my profit. It's a little choppy here. Dang, man. Don't tell me it's going to go here. I don't think it's going to go here. I think it's going to come down more. You're kidding me. I got $10. This thing's hard to trust. This looks like a false breakout. Held there. Might accelerate right now. No, that should have already went. That's a little disappointing. I had 1,000 at 1,100. I got nothing. It just kind of just grinds. Looks like it wants to break high day, but a little bit of something. Got stopped out of that trade. Daisy, I'm not doing so well. Kind of comes back to giving back all my profit. I just had a hard time trusting this thing. Yeah, the new video comes out at 7:30, but I'd watch it later. This looks like a pretty nasty drop. It seems like every time I get in, I just get stopped out. So maintain composure. That's the key. This could flush hard, so I'm going to just be careful with it. I've missed a lot of the patterns with it. Probably coming down here. Sellers are slamming it. I bailed on it. Probably shouldn't have. Probably should have held. This could be a bull trap here. I don't think I've earned the right to use 4,500 shares. I think I'm going to go down to 900. There's a 2-penny win. Not even 2-penny. Just not even going to use big share size if I'm not able to trade it properly. Filled that 703. Imagine that. Maybe I'm getting too old. I'm getting too old. I've done well on these kind of stocks before. I'm trading with a lot of fear because my back's against the wall, and so now it's just like frick. It's like frickin' A, man. In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, it's gonna flush. It's gonna flush, but it doesn't. You know, when it came up here, I'm like, it doesn't look so good because it's chopping around. And it goes, you know. Oh wow. I bought so high there. Wow, there goes all the profit. That sucks. I just don't want to go red today. Patterns weren't like super obvious right here. I'm sure I'm gonna get stuck in a flush. There's a couple $100. Extended, chasing the hall level. Ah. Why, Lord? Why? Why, Lord? Why? Why me, Lord? What did I do to deserve this? I got no money today. I got no profit. Ah, man. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of still in cold market caution mode, but oh my god. Certainly can't buy it up here. 5-minute extension. Topping tail. Gotta be quick. We're quick. Got it. Wow, man. You said G, yeah. My gosh darn got chopped out. Now it's a 5-minute topping tail. Maybe I'll do better on backside. The thing is, we haven't been getting very clean trades on this thing. Oh. I was going to buy that and I didn't. $6.78 to halt. I'm failing to pull the trigger when I see the pattern. Gotta cut it. What? Man. Red 180. Yeah, see, now it's a sell-off. Just got to take it like a man today. Just got to take it. It's a 5-minute sell-off. Got to just give it. Looking for like a W pattern or a. At this point, this pattern's broken, man. It's done. Frustrating, broskies. Frustrating. Just can't go big red. That would be a big mistake. That's definitely what could happen today if I allow my emotions to get the best of me. I'm going to scale down and go into damage control mode. That's all you got to do. There just wasn't much here for me to trust this year. Those rarely work out like that. So this thing might be done. We're a half hour into the day. Yeah, that sucks, guys. That sucks. Maybe I can nail it on backside, but I got spooked out of it, even though it looks good. That sucks, man. Of course, backside isn't working all that great. Whoops. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. $709 to $733. I don't know. I think I missed it. Got chopped up on it. I kind of got in for this pattern. And didn't really expect it to work, but this is one of the best patterns right here. 621 to. So now we're on backside, but this is backside trading. I don't know, guys. You can't trust this. It's what it is. Will we get a run here? Man. This is the king of pulling the bid. The range is tight now. That sucks. So anyways, let's check in on the Discord. I've traded VCIG before and I've done well on it before. It's not like I haven't traded something like this before, but today I just got on the wrong rhythm of it. Just afraid. I'm just going to size down. That's what I'm going to have to do. And maybe it's going to be up to the stock. Maybe it can come back and then I can get into the rhythm of it. So, you know, maybe I get into the rhythm of it, maybe I don't. At this point, just it's might as well size down and see if I can get a little bit of profit because I'm trying to chase these big profits. Let's just do what needs to be done. Let's go to the daily chart and see if there's could be anything left on this thing. Yeah, kind of broke through the daily level there. Oh no. Moving in the wrong direction here, boys. Got a blood rated. Wow, 1,000 red already? Okay, I have to be done. I already know that today I'm just triggered. So I'm just have to cut it early. I thought maybe we could get a quick dip there, but looking back, it was not worth it. So I need to just walk away from this platform. There's no other thing I need to do. $1,000 red, it sucks. I don't know why I sized it up to 4,500. I said, don't do it. I said 900. So just gotta be done. Just gotta be done. Members, let's do a class a little bit later. I'm thinking in like an hour, I'll go live. I'm gonna go through how I got this thing set up, and because there was a member that wanted a setup class, so I kind of have to just do that. And then if there's anybody there live, we can do Q&A. But I got to shut this thing down because it's just one of those days. It's one of those days where it's not. I don't think it's gonna go in my favor at all, and this could easily double. So if I cut it here, I can at least say I kept it as tight as possible. But it's just it felt a little choppy. It felt a little choppy. There was pops, but it felt a little bit hard to read what it was gonna do, in my opinion. So that's the way it goes. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna head out. Members, be careful. I think this thing might just Christmas tree on down, and it'll be the end of it. So little pop there off the lows. I'm not sure it's gonna hold, but frustrating day. So I have to cut it. It's max loss. So it's not max loss, but I don't want it to be max loss.
I'm actually curious to see if VCIG is in the top stocks. I'm checking right now for this year. Win loss, what's it, instrument? Yeah, it's number 3. There's YELL and HCTI, and VCIG is number 3 at 4,800. And then AERC, I knew that before I started trading stock, but I didn't say anything because the last time I did that, I jinxed myself. I think that was last Tuesday. GCIG, maybe a bit of a bounce here. Is it possible we see a bounce? This is for short sellers, this flag is a nice move down. I think the pop back up can happen when some of them decide to cover. But are they going to continue to hold, or are they going to cover later on into the move? Let's say it comes all the way down to like $6. So, I can watch this area for entries, but I usually don't prefer to. But I could, let's see. So I have I have two ideas in mind, and we'll just see. I'll use small size. Maybe I can get some backside entries here. There are a lot of traders out there that will take trades in these areas, and they'll do well. Right? I remember one of the guys from Discord, in fact, he did his best when stocks were just coming down on the backside. So we have the front side move, which is the move up, and then like a backside move, which is like, the stock might be finished. There's still a chance this could get back to high of day, but in terms of probability, at this point, I'd say it's just more likely to go down than to go up. But this is the market, anything can happen. Who knows what could happen by the end of the day. So that's pretty good. It comes down to 66. It doesn't quite break down. The reason why I don't like to trade these areas is because mentally and from how I see things, I feel like whilst there are opportunities, the sentiment is not in favor for uptrending. It's in favor for downtrending. So you can still make money, of course, knowing that, right? But you got to really be quick, and you got to be very accurate with the areas you're getting in. Can you swim against a current and make it to the other side? Yes. But maybe it's a little bit more tricky. So this is looking decent, right? How is it going to do if it gets up here to 90? $82. Let me check in on the community, check in on the Discord, as well as checking on the Discord as well as the YouTube chats. Yeah, I miss some entries, man. It seems like every day is like it's always the same. Like I sound like a broken record at this point. Every day is the same song. Why can't I just take all the trades that I see? Why is it so difficult every time? What would be nice is to have one day. And I remember I had a day like this. This was like 2 years ago at this point. I traded that day, and I at the end of the trading session, I said, man, I did everything. I did everything to the best of my abilities. It felt good. Like there was nothing that I saw that I needed to improve on that particular day. It's been 2 years, and I can't get back another day like that yet. Can I come in here tomorrow and trade so well that by the end of the trading session, by the end of the day, you know, and that feeling was a great feeling, man. Because and you know we're always grateful, right? We're always grateful. It's not to sound or to say like we're not appreciating having a nice great day like today, but it's like more than the money. It's like this need and desire to just be able to be at completion like 100%. But there's always some hesitation or fear or just something at every turn to just derail me from the success, you know? Maybe I'm going too crazy here. Some of you guys are probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about now? But yeah, it's part of why trading is like performance based though, you know? It's going to reject the high of the flag, which isn't good. So more than likely a new low here. And this is why it's tricky because whether you guys always know for me, I like them high or low. But if you did get in low, from 66 to 94, there's 30 cents, right? So maybe you capture, let's say, 18 cents out of that pop and hopefully avoid the drop. And there's an opportunity. Even if you do get caught, maybe you lose just like 5 to 8 cents. You're still net green over the two trades. Hopefully, right? Sometimes I wonder if I leave too much money on the table. Like I'm pretty sure if I sit and watch this, I could get entries. What is right and what is wrong? I know it's the backside. What is the right thing to do? But of course, data is important. If I'm to do it, it's been a long time since I've done this, like years. If I'm to do it consistently every day for weeks, I need to keep track of how I'm performing. If I, because I'm a better trader now than I was a few years ago. So if I can sit here over the next couple of weeks and make money in this area, then it's something that I can actually keep doing. But if I'm to do it and then I just lose, maybe I go back to not doing it at all. So I guess I can make that decision of, do I want to trade the backside? And I can do it with as little as 500 shares, just like to prove concept, you know? Treat it as like an assessment for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And if the results are net positive and looks good, then I could probably start doing it. The volume on this one is very light. I just have hotkeys to buy market, sell market. I would say whatever keys or buttons that you're comfortable with, like tab Q, tab W, shift Z, shift X. Some people use control, maybe control A. I have shift A, I have shift S, I have shift C, shift D, shift V as well. They all are like different things. Shift A is for me to sell the ask. No. Jeez, I can't remember. Is it to buy the ask? No. To sell the ask. Yeah, to sell the ask. Shift S is for me to sell the ask. Uh, Shift A, sell the ask. Shift S. I can literally do it right now. I don't know why my brain is kind of jumbling everything. One share size. All right. So let's say I'm in. If I'm in, I can use Shift A to try and sell the ask to get out, which is pretty good sometimes. Like if you're in a stock where the spread is a little bigger and you want to make sure you get that higher fill if we're seeing volume coming in, it's not bad to do. Shift S is sell the bid. Uh, Shift C is to cancel. I think Shift V is on the DAS platform. I think that's to buy. Man, I have to go look. I think it's to buy the bids with an offset. I believe. But some people have some very different ones, like, F1 plus 1, F2 plus 2, or F2, F3 plus 3, like, these different things to, like, maybe take on quantity, right, when it comes to sizing. But the main thing is just whatever you're comfortable with your fingers to be quick. Charlie, appreciate it. This is why I like to stay positive, though. Last night I was thinking, like, I haven't been getting out like any big days. The market has been decent. It hasn't been great, but it's been decent. Like, man, I haven't been getting any big days. But, just stay positive and just keep focusing. And a day like today kind of came out of nowhere. And here's another bounce opportunity. I might actually start doing it. I mean, what I like about these, I mean, this is just one stock here. What I like about these pullbacks is that the lows are pretty tight. Like, look at every time it comes down, right? So we had a low of 71, then the low was 66. It's like if you lose at the lows, you're only losing a little bit towards the range here, because that's what it is. It's a range. The high side of the range was 90. So from 70 to 90, and I'm only losing 4 cents at 66 if I'm stopped out. It's pretty good. 52 to 69, not as big as a range, but still decent. What was that, like 17 cents? When it gets up to 80, so it breaks over 69, and maybe some more short sellers are probably covering here, saying, you know what, this is a good trade. Maybe. The volume isn't that high though. If you really and truly look at it, right? If we put the stock in inverse, put the minus sign, if you look at this from the opposite perspective, let's say, like, this is what the short sellers would have been seeing. This is what we saw just now going up. Was this just, so this is what it's looking like now if we're to actually flip the charting upside down and look at it from a bull's perspective. Like, there's nothing here that we would not be able to trade in terms of the pattern, right? I mean, it's just a wedge. I think I got to start trading it. Leaving too much money on the table. This is a bit of a false breakout though. And then it goes. So this is a little tricky here. Can we get up to, like, can we get up there a little bit more? Can we push up some more? It's not bad. If you have shares to short, of course you can, hopefully being at a cheap rate or for free. But if you can borrow shares cheaply, it's pretty good. I think most of the, I don't know, there's different ways to trade, so it's hard to really say something with certainty, but I would like to think most people who went short, probably got positions into this flag, because if this is just going straight up, how in the world do you short this with confidence? I had the 786 level on the daily. That's probably the only indicator, and I never like to use just one indicator. So maybe that along with like selling at 8, but we were so close to a halt up, I think, at that time. It's like if I'm a short seller, how in the world am I gonna know if it's not going to get halted up again and just keep going? So while there's an entry to go short right there, it's such a hard trade to take. I mean, there are people out there who are very like firm about their trading. So, unlike me with the paper hands, they'll just buy, put the stop in place, let's say 850, and just go short. And if they did, well, they were rewarded very well, right? If they're short right up here at this daily level, which at least somebody out there had to have took that trade. At least somebody, whether it's on a different community or something. I mean, what a trade. And whenever I go short, it's like knowing that like the stock is just on the backside is like it makes it a little easier to hold. Not always, but sometimes. But thinking about it like with that same logic, it's like, you would think the stock should be easy to hold when it's going up, right? In the front side. But I guess it really comes down to the entry, and are you comfortable with the entry that you have and the stop loss that you have in place? I have a lot of nuances when it comes to time, because I'll be in a stock in a good area sometimes, and then it's taking too long to make a move based off of what I've seen over the years on a similar stock. It's like an unfair comparison at times, but it's the familiarity of trading a similar stock like this that gives me the confidence to even take the entry. So when it's not following through with what the previous stocks did that did well in those areas, I become concerned. So I sell the trade before I need to sell the trade sometimes. In my mind, it's one of those things that I never know what is right and what is wrong, because in the moment the stock is telling me not to sell, but I'm kind of judging it or looking at it, based off of this like experience over time. So what I do is whatever decision I make, I just live with it. If I sell it and it keeps going, then oh well. If I cut it and it saves me, then great. But I still to this day can't make up my mind on which thought process to follow in that situation. So any of you guys waiting for this resumption? DBGI?